Hello! Welcome to another episode of PairFect. I'm Francine.
And I am Dinah Ventura, and this afternoon, Francine, we are joined by another empowered lady who is leading a highly successful real estate consultancy firm.
Yes, so amazing and inspiring.
Yes, so interesting na naman to.
So, without further ado, as they say, she is the CEO of Lobien Realty Group and here to talk about how the company is making an impact in the property business. Let's all welcome Ms. Sheila Lobien.
Hi, Sheila.
Hi, everyone.
Welcome back.
Oo nga.
Thank you. Good afternoon again, everyone.
Yes, our Suki in Daily Tribune.
Last year also. A year before.
Yes.
Sheila, how are you? How have you been during this pandemic? Ano yung nangyari sa company nyo and sa'yo personally?
Yes, well, I'm healthy and I'm grateful for that. So far, I'm also vaccinated. My family's healthy too, so very thankful. The team is here and we're all back to work. So there are so many things that we are grateful for. Okay naman lahat so far.
Oh, you never stop, no? Yung operations ninyo when...
Yes. Even we only stayed at home when, of course, it's a total lockdown and we can't go out. So during that time, of course, we have to be home. But otherwise, we're out. We're either doing inspection, checking properties. So it's always real estate naman is part of the basic human needs, diba? Food, shelter is there, and education.
Yeah. Especially now, no? That we need.
Yeah, but even during the pandemic or lockdown, I mean, the Lobien Group's presence is all over the city, especially with the ongoing projects, no, along EDSA for one. Can you tell us more about the core of the company? What exactly is the Lobien Realty Group all about?
So we're a real estate brokerage consulting firm. We specialize in the commercial office market. And today, because of the growth in e-commerce, everyone's buying things online. The warehousing, the logistics market have boomed as well. So here you'll see some of our projects. So we also have residential and as shared, because everyone's working from home, the residential segment of the market has boomed. So we do also research and consulting. Those are just the key things that we do. We help people in their real estate requirements.
When did the company start?
We started, during the boom of the real estate market. So late 2018. So the full 2019 was really the peak of the real estate market because everyone's, growing, taking space. And all the condos, hotels, shopping malls back then was booming. So we started the business that time.
And then the pandemic hit, diba?
In 2020. So a challenging year, but we're glad and we're proud that we survived and we're here still servicing and helping our clients with the many real estate concerns that they have.
Sheila, what kind of challenges did you encounter during the pandemic?
Well, I think all the companies have, been affected. But first and foremost, of course, your main concern, your people, during that time, because we don't know what kind of virus it is. It was so scary when we learned about it. Remember, 2019 was the highest in terms of the Philippines' economic growth rate as well, and not just in the real estate market, all the business segments in the Philippines at that time were booming. And then we entered the 2020 with so rosy picture, right? And then all of a sudden, COVID-19 came in, the virus entered the Philippines, and everyone at that time, we were really scared because there was no vaccine yet. So we had to protect our people, of course. First things first is we take care of our people. And I think those are the main challenges up to today that many companies are facing. It's always a balance of taking care of your people and then making sure that the company is still profitable. So it's balancing the health of your company and your people. I think those are the two main challenges that every business owners and companies are facing today.
Okay. Well, mainly a lot of the spaces that you are leasing are workplaces, if I'm correct.
Yes, a lot of office spaces, but we also have a lot of residential projects as well, Francine. So we help our clients in both aspects.
But how did those changes, I mean, in terms of the work style from offline to online, then hybrid, how did that affect what were some of the learnings that you gained out of that?
Well, from the whole thing, right?
Yes.
2 years now already in the pandemic, and of course, a lot of people are still working from home slowly now because cases are down. Many are going back to the office, which is good for everyone. But of course, the hotel segment, the retail market, the malls, they have all suffered a lot. What we learned is that, residential, the homes will always be very important for many of us and many Filipinos, especially today. We realize that, it's not good for our mental health to be in a small 20 square meter condo. So many people now are looking for bigger, not just, bigger condo, but if they can have a house and lot, those are one of the things that they are looking at right now, to have their own garden or their own balcony so that they'll have fresh air, open the windows, etc. So those have increased in terms of demand, high-end condos, of course, because they have bigger spaces.
Right.
But more and more developers now are realizing that they have to make sure that the developments that they have will have all these elements in place. So it has to be safe, healthy, and today a lot of Filipinos are concerned now about their health. So people will look at those things when they purchase either their own condo, or of course if it's house and lot, you can build it and design it based on how you want it to be.
That's right. Pandemic changed a lot.
A lot, yes. Even our priorities right now, diba? We know that we have to take care of ourselves all the more today. We have to be healthy.
Yeah, and then of course maybe people's lifestyle changed, of course, and a lot of migrations happened from the city. They tried to search for places outside of Metro Manila.
The provincial area now, they're booming because of that, right?
Work from the
want
beach.
to decongest also Metro Manila. So people are also looking at outside the provinces. Well, nearby cities, they're not really provinces anymore. Yung mga plus, diba? NCR plus. So Cavite, Laguna, and then in the north, Bulacan, Pampanga area.
I guess that's very good news for real estate.
Do you think, tama. So, do you think it's just a trend or babalik din sila sa city eventually?
Well,
they're there to stay na in the
Philippine office business is actually heavily concentrated in the metro. So 80 or I would say 85% of the economic activities in the whole Philippines, they're happening in Metro Manila. So it's not easy that people will just stay in the provinces. So it's gonna be a blend. That's why probably Francine, Dinah, you've heard of the blended hybrid workforce now, diba? Workplaces.
Yes.
I think that will continue, but still many people will still work in the CBD because many offices are already here, many companies are established here, but many companies are decentralizing also. So before, you'll see one big headquarters in Makati or in BGC. Today, as they look forward to 2022 and beyond, many big companies, outsourcing firms are now thinking of decentralizing. So they probably have their office in BGC and Makati still, but many small offices will be all over Metro Manila, so that if you live, let's say, in Alabang, you will just report in Alabang, or you live in the northern part of town, Quezon City, so you can report in Quezon City office, and eventually in the provincial area, yung nearby towns, so that people will not have to commute. They will also not be exposed, diba? Lessen the exposure and yung virus, then the exposure to commute wherein they might catch the cold or whatever. So those are the things that we see are happening today. We observe that already, and many companies are looking at that. And provincial area also for the big ones. So they have a big operation in Manila. Definitely, they're looking at the provincial area. So as far as Cebu, Davao, Iloilo, ganun kalalayo. Because we have the talent. Talented Filipinos are everywhere naman.
When you say small offices, how big would this be in terms of square meters? Tapos versus the mega offices of
Before.
pre-pandemic.
Of the past.
Ano bang requirements nila when they say, we want a small office? And
Small and what?
employees.
But typical multinational firms, they have more or less 500 square meters. That's the typical traditional office takers. But for the outsourcing industries, yung mga call center, BPO, knowledge process outsourcing, they're in thousands of square meters. So minimum yan, 2,000 square. But before, the big ones can easily occupy one whole building. And one whole building is around 20,000, 30,000 square meters in one area lang. So ang laki nun, di ba? Now, they realize na pag nag-lockdown pala, it's so hard because people cannot enter or they're just in one area. The office is just in one area. So moving forward, what they plan to do is maybe when the lease expire nung 30,000 square meter na yon, they will just have, let's say, retain 5,000 there and then all the rest will be scattered all over Metro Manila. So that if, ayun nga, like if I'm from Alabang, I'll report in Alabang and then those who are in Manila can report to Manila office. And that would address yung commute, quality of life. People will not be worried about, being sick because today, di ba, some companies are even fetching their employees, providing shuttle services.
Even
And during the
accommodations.
lockdown in 2020, they had to provide lodging pa, accommodations because the people cannot go to work or bawal, naka-quarantine. But if you're working in a call center, you have to work there 24/7. So yun, those are the challenges. But we Filipinos were able to address that naman quickly. And that in the real estate market, we're helping a lot of multinational companies and BPOs right now looking at, 2022 and beyond.
It's the same thing that happened with malls, di ba? Yung community malls.
Oo, community
Parang
mall, di
spread
ba? May
out
big
smaller.
mall, tapos may maliliit na malls, di ba? Parang
underneath
palengke,
na.
community mall, and all.
Yes.
Social na palengke.
Correct. Well, we're just starting to warm up with our interesting conversation with Miss Sheila Lobien. But let's pause for a break first.
Botomoto Halalan 2022, the Daily Tribune special coverage.
Chris masaya, pagsama-sama.
Bong, yung naumpisahan ko, tapusin mo. Mga bagong highway, tulay, tren, dapat ma-enjoy na kaagad ng mga tao yan. Kailangan lahat bakunado at laging may ayuda pag kailangan. Huwag dapat magkabalik ang mga drug lords para ligtas ang pamilya. Yung ginawa mong malasakit centers, maganda yan. Padamihin mo pa. Magkasama tayo. Tayo ang nagsimula, tuloy-tuloy lang, Bong.
Chris masaya, pagsama-sama.
Bong, yung naumpisahan ko, tapusin mo. Mga bagong highway, tulay, tren, dapat ma-enjoy na kaagad ng mga tao yan. Kailangan lahat bakunado at laging may ayuda pag kailangan. Huwag dapat magkabalik ang mga drug lords para ligtas ang pamilya. Yung ginawa mong malasakit centers, maganda yan. Padamihin mo pa. Magkasama tayo. Tayo ang nagsimula, tuloy-tuloy lang, Bong.
Botomoto Halalan 2022, the Daily Tribune special coverage.
Hello, we're back. I'm Francine and I'm with Dinah Ventura, and we're having an interesting conversation with the CEO of Lobien Realty Group, Miss Sheila Lobien. Welcome back again.
Who looks so good.
Yes,
Well-rested.
Yes. Maybe a sign also of the less stress compared to when the pandemic first happened.
Hindi ba?
Oh, yeah, I was going to ask that. Now that the quarantine has been eased, we're on alert level 2. How would you say that the industry is returning? It's back on its feet, recovering. What's the situation like? First for your company, and then your point of view about the industry.
The industry is slowly recovering. Of course, this year is a challenging year still. It's just like an extension of 2022. But the good thing about what's happening now is that many Filipinos, at least within Metro Manila, are vaccinated. And that's why, traffic is back. And I'm glad that traffic is back because it means that the economy is slowly recovering. People are going out, spending, and when people are spending, then the market is, of course, moving. In the real estate market naman, slowly the office market is recovering, but not back to the pre-pandemic levels because many people are still working from home. What's good about today is the warehouse, the logistics market. Those segments are growing because everyone's buying things online. Properties for sale, there are still many, and land is finite, though the market is down. Not many people are selling at a discount. The condo market, still a lot of good deals out there. Many developers are enticing people to buy by giving flexible payment terms, big discounts, etc. Residential market, the house and lot market is doing well as shared. Many Filipinos have realized that it's good to have a home, it's good to have a house wherein you have your own garden and you can open all the windows and manage it well, clean it. So those are the things that we see at the moment. Hopefully next year, 2022, is what I'm excited about because the vaccine rollout is continuously happening and hopefully no more another variant that will devastate everyone. But so far, so good. The global economy is also forecasting growth. And here in the Philippines, there are a lot of good news that I'm sure you've read also. That they're saying we will be one of the fastest, if not the highest, in terms of growth this coming 2022.
Oh, we hope so.
And I hope that will happen. And I think it will be good for all of us, di ba? Para makabawi na yung Pilipinas uli, makabangon.
I want to ask, from an investor's point of view, they say buy property, invest in it when the industry is low. What are your thoughts on that? When prices are low, it's not active. What are your thoughts on that? Is this the best time to buy property, land, or units, or a house?
Oh, that's a question that I've been asked so many times during this whole pandemic, no?
Yes.
And the answer is yes, definitely. If you will recall in 2008, during the global financial crisis, a lot of people also were scared at that time because, it's an economic crisis all over the world. And here in the Philippines, we have felt that. And those people who bought properties in 2008, they are today very happy because, of course, land values have not just doubled, some pa have quadrupled or multiplied 5 times. Because land is finite. Hindi naman na dumadami yung lupa sa Pilipinas eh. So if you buy property, definitely you can expect land value appreciation over time. Especially today, there are so many good deals out there. You just have to look for it. Talk to us. We can probably help you if you need one. We talk to a lot of investors on a daily basis and we advise them. But the key really is to look for the right investment out there. And today, since, of course, we're still in the downturn, the market is still not up, there are many good options out there. So hanap lang kayo. It's always good to buy when the market is down because eventually when the market moves up again, then you'll benefit from capital appreciation, land value appreciation. So look at the projects near the build, no? All those infrastructure works, definitely once the skyway or road networks leading to the area are built, yun, tumataas yung value ng mga lupa na yun.
When do you see that happening, the increase or
upturn.
the upturn?
Yes, well, today we're seeing some growth already, and you can see that from the recent economic forecast shared by the Philippines, no, BSP, and our managers in the government. We've seen growth this third quarter.
Yes.
Because, of course, after the so many lockdown, people started to go out and spend, and of course, we will feel that in our economy. I see growth next year, hopefully, if no more lockdowns will happen. Definitely, people are raring to go out. There is this pent-up demand. We went out during the weekend to Tagaytay, and grabe the traffic. So many people are dining out. Low-end restaurant, high-end restaurants, all full. So I was saying people are just really waiting to be out, allowed to be out, and they will spend again. So it's just an artificial contraction. I've been saying this because if people are allowed to go out again, then the market will recover. And even the tourism, kasi diba, no visitors, somehow restricted. And now there's a new variant again, another virus.
Virus, the
virus.
Omicron,
So
yes.
it's gonna affect us probably, but I hope not another lockdown will happen because we don't want that. No, when people are not going out, then it means the economy is also on a pause.
Oo nga. No? So that means pala, Sheila, that people should move fast, no? Act fast if you're planning to invest.
Yeah.
If you're planning to invest, yes, be on the lookout lang. I mean, cash is king today. If you have cash, many people also are in need of money. So if you can show them that you can easily buy and buy it fast, yung property, I'm sure they'll give you a good deal.
Okay. So Sheila, we also hear that you're an advocate of women empowerment. Can you tell us how that started?
Yes, well, started as one of my, passions. Like because in the real estate market, parang very few women leaders are out there. And I noticed that we have to somehow support, and I have to be active there in a way because I'm in the real estate business. And I was chosen by the European Chamber of Commerce of the Philippines, ECCP, to be the head of the European Chamber of Commerce 5 years ago. And the goal that time was to really just have an event, parang avenue, wherein women in the workplace can come together at least once a month, wherein parang we will unwind, hear from each other, and probably from there, form a bond and then form a business network. So that was the start, and 6 years down the road after we're here, we're still advocating that. Somehow it's been very effective. We have a lot of companies who are already supportive of that, and many organizations now, they have that women group, to support, because there are many young women out there who are talented, and I want to somehow give back. So it's in a way for us to also help the young women out there. They have big dreams in life, diba? We're like mentors also somehow. But today, no event, no face-to-face event, so we do it via Zoom muna. But that was the start. So at least just to represent the female leadership in the real estate business. So that's why we started it for me, at least.
Yeah. So do you have like Zoom webinars, or what sort of activities do you have, and what topics do you usually discuss?
For the European Chamber of Commerce, not really on a regular basis, but at least 3-4 times a year we do have events. It can be big, it can cover variety of things, but we try to be holistic, like we would have events focusing on mental health in the past, especially nung kaka-lockdown pa lang. So there are so many activities on that. Exercising at home. Sometimes we have yoga session. Recently, just a week ago, we had, it's not a Pilates, but another type of exercise. We sponsored that. So those things. And once a year, we do have a big event wherein we invite a lot of women CEO to be, the speakers. They talk about different topics. So depending on our, of course, topic for that conference, we would invite different people, different lady CEO to also discuss. And we, of course, invite several companies also and ask them to send their young female employees to participate, to learn. And that's how we do it. Basically, we just have a platform wherein the experienced CEOs or leaders, women leaders, can also meet young professionals, young women professionals, and from there, hopefully, they can either, have connection and probably be able to, if they're an entrepreneur, do business also. If not, just a connection who would help them with their work, because many women out there, we want them to also dream and realize that you can be a leader as a woman. The business today, a lot of male CEOs are still out there, and it's normal. Kasi gano'n naman talaga. Many women are once they have a family, they just stay home, housewives sila, and some cannot really manage a career and a family life. So depending on where you are in life, we're trying to support and advise them. That's the main goal. Basically, nothing special about it, but it's just a network, a group of women in the professional world.
What about you, Sheila? How did you manage that? I mean, as a CEO in a competitive industry, diba? So I'm sure
and I'm a mother also. I have the kids.
So, how do you balance your work life?
Paano? How did you do it?
It's always about priorities in life, diba? You'll always have time for the things that you want, and the things that are important to you, you'll make time for that. And I'm fortunate enough that, because here in the Philippines, we can afford to have our helpers, right? Nannies. So, and I have my mom and dad. So there are times that if I can't really do it, my mom will be there, or my husband. That's why we have a partner, right? It's partnership. If I can't do it, at least he can do it. But I never miss an event of my, children's life. So if it's really important, like graduation, etc., I'm always there. And I'm lucky because in my field, I control my time, so I can manage it naman. So if I have to be there, most of the time I'm able to do so. But you have to have a good support. No, as I've said, I'm lucky because my mom and dad, they are still there supporting. My husband also very supportive of my career. They know that this is important to me, and I have a good team also who can help me run the business as well. So it's all about, I think, having people, the right people in place, and knowing what's important to you. Because if it's important to you, you'll always have time for that.
Ang ganda nun. Yes, agree.
How old are your children, if we may ask?
My daughter is turning 18 tomorrow also.
Wow, happy birthday!
She's 18 already tomorrow. My youngest, he's 14.
Oh,
Yun.
Mga teenagers.
Oo, iba na yung challenges pag teenagers.
I think it's especially more challenging right now kasi children are spending more time at home and they have to be studying online. So, di ba yung all kinds of, as parents also, how to keep them active and engaged in life.
But we're lucky because they're very, studious. They're always at the top of their class. So, on that aspect, we're a proud mom and dad because they're also achievers in their own, at least in their studies right now. They're very academically inclined.
Good, no?
You're a CEO. What type of mom are you? Are you also motivator, pusher, whatever?
Nag-iiba bang
Helicopter mom daw.
Or though you seem to be the very calm and very very clear about what you want to say. What are you like as a mom?
As a mom, I think I'm supportive. It's my husband who's the disciplinarian.
Okay.
I try to just support them.
Yeah, I
But of
see.
course, moms can be, if you're, there are moments where you just have to tell them, I think it's normal. I try to be supportive.
Oo naman. Kasi like now, I feel very relaxed with Sheila. Parang hindi naman yata siya yung parang ratatata.
The tiger mom.
Oh, I'm not a tiger mom. Helicopter mom daw yung iba, pero looking at all the activities of the kids. So, not really. I try to have fun with them. So far naman, they're very, they're good kids. So we don't have those types of problems. Hopefully, it won't come.
It won't for sure.
Oo, for sure. Oh, the conversation is starting to get more and more fun and interesting. Diba? What's a Sheila Lobien like? Diba? Parang, what makes her tick? So we want to learn more. But before that, let's pause for a break again.
Botomoto Halalan 2022, the Daily Tribune special coverage.
Chris Masaya, pagsama-sama. Daily Tribune, may digital shows na din. Dahil sa mas lumalaki at mas lumalakas nating tribu, handog sa inyo ng Daily Tribune ang mga programang magbibigay buhay araw-araw. Be informed at mag-good vibes tuwing umaga sa programang Gising Na. Be updated sa news and happenings sa Tribune News on Cue. Mas kilalanin pa natin ang mga paborito nyong atleta sa programang The Athletes Tribune. Alamin ang latest entertainment sa programang What's Up. Ma-inspire sa mga kwentong hatid ng PairFect. Search lang ang Daily Tribune sa inyong Facebook at Tribune Now on YouTube. See you there, mga katribu! Chris Masaya, pagsama-sama.
Botomoto Halalan 2022, the Daily Tribune special coverage.
Hello, and we're back. I'm Francine, and I'm still with Dinah, the gorgeous and the amazing, yes, and the amazing Miss Sheila Lobien of Lobien Realty Group. Hello, Sheila. Yeah, so now we want to find out. I mean, Lobien Realty Group continues to thrive and looking ahead to better days, exciting more projects. What do you think made it stand out? What's the edge of the company?
Well, we're Filipinos, of course, and I'm proud of that. And I'm a woman also. Most of the leaders of people who are in this industry are male dominated. So I think in that aspect, being a woman, it's also very good to note. So there. At the same time, of course, we are hardworking and we know the market well. I guess I've been in the industry for 20 years, same with my colleagues who are with me, more than a decade with me. So we will be able to help our clients well because of our knowledge of the Philippine real estate market.
Okay. Wow, 20 years?
Oo nga.
Hard to
And still
believe.
going, Still going, trying, growing.
She looks so young, parang
Yes,
since
yes.
birth.
Yeah.
Start na
Oo. I want to find out, what inspires you about your work as CEO? What's your motivation?
Oh, so many things that inspire me. Of course, aside from my family, my kids, I'm a woman, as shared, and I'd like to, of course, show the world out there that women can lead a commercial real estate company like what we have. And at the same time, you know, when I travel, I always see a very, well, first world countries, of course, and you compare that to the Philippines, and I would always think that there are so many things that we can still do here in the country, right? And looking back 10 years ago, the Philippines, at that time, comparing it today, so different. We've improved a lot, and imagine what we can achieve 10 years, 20 years down the road. And as shared nga, no, these build projects, I said we should support that because it will make the country more and more attractive. Many companies will come here, invest here, so that the Philippines, of course, the economy will grow and Filipinos will have jobs as well. And that's what I'd like to see. That's somehow it's inspiring because it means more jobs for us also, right?
Right.
I want my kids to experience a different Philippines also. Kasi when we're abroad, no, when we go out, especially the first world country, we can take the public vehicle, the public transportation, and no problem with that. It's easy. Like in Hong Kong, you take the trains, diba? In Paris, you can also take the trains. In New York, the same. But in the Philippines, it's not that easy for us to use the public transportation. So we have to use our cars. Kaya nga traffic, diba? But the first world country, they don't really need their cars, their vehicle, because they can use the public transportation. So hopefully my kids will be able to see that, if not in my lifetime, but at least in their lifetime, they'll be able to see a first world country, a first world Philippines. So that's the big dream. But before we get there, well, there are so many things that inspire me. Definitely, if the country will grow and will flourish, our business also will diba, grow naman and flourish. And at least for the next generation, Filipinos, they don't have to go out of the country. They can just stay here, live here, work here. They don't have to be an OFW anymore. Not that I have anything against OFW. My mom and dad, they're both OFWs. But iba, diba, the families who are together would be nicer to have than, you know, all separated, hiwa-hiwalay. Yun lang, those are some of the things that I see, and somehow it inspires me.
I think it's not much of an irony that you're in real estate, and then there's always a tendency to think that people in the real estate industry are just all about infrastructure, spaces, amenities. But in your case, you're thinking of the bigger picture, how these spaces can really help the people themselves, the residents, the
affects
citizens.
the quality of life.
Right,
No?
yes. How I like the fact that you're linking it with the quality of life, not just a space, a physical structure, where you think about just architecture and design.
But spaces, that's true. And I, you know, Francine, that really is a good observation, because building a structure, your center should be the people, because they will be the one to use it, diba? That's why a beautiful place, it's all about experience. And when you enter a place that you like and you love, tapos you had a good experience, diba, you'll return, babalik at babalik ka. So it's all about people. When architects are designing, when engineers are designing something, they should think of the people who will use it. And when they do that, then they'll be able to create something that's really nice and wonderful, because the people will enjoy it.
I suppose that's also part of the Lobien Realty Group experience.
It's all about people.
Hasn't it always been, though? I mean, or is this something that's just more obvious now because of what's been happening?
Which one?
This
Dinah,
focus on people when
Yes.
you're trying to build spaces or market them.
Yes.
Parang, di ba, dati kasi parang we didn't really talk about that.
Yeah, usually state-of-the-art technology,
Oo.
architecture designed by a famous architectural firm. But you can hear adjectives like lush green spaces
Oo.
where you can recover from the pandemic.
Now it's yeah, the center. Actually, it's been there naman long time ago. The green building. It's all about having a building with a conscience, meaning the building is making sure that the place has fresh air, natural light can come in, so that the people who are working inside will not be sickly in a way. They'll be healthy. Now, more and more, it's becoming important. They realize that it's not just an advertising thing, a marketing thing. It's really important that you focus on people, because when they get sick, you'll also be affected. Your people cannot come to work, and productivity will suffer, and therefore your profits will suffer, diba? So it's a chain of events. So today there are so many accreditation. You'll be surprised in the construction, in the building segment. There's even accreditation on health, the health of the people in their well accreditation, and so many things. I don't want to go technical, but aside from having a building with a conscience, there's a lot of other certification that you can have to show that your space is healthy and people can come there and they will not be sick.
Yes.
So yun. Dati kasi enclosed, di ba? Masikip. Pag may humaching dyan, everyone's sick right after. The following day, many people are on sick leave because they all got contaminated. Today, you don't want that to happen.
No.
So scary.
So really, I guess that's how the industry changed, ano?
Yes.
There's been a shift in
Evolved.
focus.
It's a good thing.
Or reimagining,
Overall.
reimagining spaces for the new normal lifestyle, as they say, right?
I hope they can
Open
sustain.
spaces, bigger spaces. Big is better, no? Bigger.
So let's play a game naman.
Yes. So, as a breaker.
Get to know Sheila more.
Yes,
But-
yes. And this is what we call fast talk. I'm sure you're familiar with that game. So we just ask questions, and off your mind, just give us your preferred answer.
1 word, 2 words.
May mga one word and some.
Depende sa'yo.
You can
Okay,
also
just
explain,
quickly
diba?
answer.
All right. Let's begin.
So my first question is, first mobile app that you open in the morning.
The messenger.
Ah,
Because we have a family,
Okay.
Family message. Okay.
Yeah.
Lobien Realty Group in 3 words.
Hardworking, reliable, trustworthy,
Yun.
Sheila Lobien in 1 word.
smart.
Agree.
Okay, beach house or penthouse?
Beach house.
Space, di ba? Okay.
Favorite Philippine landmark.
I have many. Can't think of any. Tagaytay, okay. It's a landmark though.
Your most admired real estate structure or project?
Too many, so I can't just choose one.
Pwedeng 5.
Pwedeng 3.
Pwedeng 5.
International or your own or whatever.
Well, I like all the buildings in BGC. They're all beautiful. The podium also, the new one in Ortigas. In Alabang, a lot of new buildings there. So many.
What about
Cebu
structures,
also.
international structures? Ano yung mga favorites mo?
Internationally, here in BGC, a lot of new buildings are built here. Kind of iconic because they're from, it's a blend of Filipino and international group.
What about in your travels, mga iconic buildings na you cannot forget?
Well, I like old and new. In New York, there are so many buildings. In Hong Kong as well. Well, Paris is one of my favorites, but not many new buildings are out there. Shanghai also, a lot of new buildings there.
Very cosmopolitan, ano?
Okay, your dream vacation destination.
Europe is always one of the places we want to go when we can go.
When was the last time you were there?
2019, 2019 before the pandemic.
And you haven't traveled since?
Yes, oo. After, buti na lang, 2019, December, we were able to go out. After that, 2020, and we just stayed here. Bawal muna, trying to be safe.
That's more important.
Health is well.
Yes. You're in a room with a TV personality, a business tycoon, and a politician. Who would you approach and strike a conversation with?
The business tycoon.
Oh, okay. Logical, di ba?
Or talk shop or
Yes, talk shop, trade trends,
secrets.
chismis about the industry siguro.
Ito, if your life story is made into a movie, who would you want to play the role as you?
Or maybe, I don't know, not into celebrities recently.
Si Bea ka. Si Bea na lang siya.
Sige, pwede.
Pwede, di ba? Kamukha eh.
So ano to, yung nag-start ka, parang powerful woman, ganyan. Diba? Empowered woman story. Yes. If you were not in the profession of the real estate business, what would you have been?
When I was young, I wanted to be a flight attendant because I want to travel the world for free. So I love to travel. So unfortunately, I wasn't able to pass the, because there's this height, back then. I'm only 5'3", and I think the smallest is 5'5" back then
talaga?
when I graduated from college.
5'3" na kasi pwede na ulit.
Even Miss
Big
Universe
loss to the
pwede
real
na.
estate industry.
loss.
Pag game ka pa mag-flight attendant.
Pati Miss Universe, they lowered the height requirement. So Little Miss Philippines pwede na.
Anyway, so it's been another hour of
I had fun. Thank you, Dinah and Francine.
It's great to see you again.
But before we end the show, Sheila, would you like to say a few words to our viewers?
Well, thank you everyone for listening and for joining us this afternoon. I just wish everyone's healthy and safe and happy. You just have to have a positive mindset all the time. 2022 hopefully will be a better year given that many of us are now vaccinated. So if any of you have any real estate concerns, requirements, Lobien Realty Group, I myself, I'll be happy to help you. My contact details probably you can get from our,
Website?
Yes.
So,
And our host today, probably.
Yes.
There.
Or-
Stay well, everyone.
Or along EDSA, andun ang phone number ni Sheila.
Isa sa project. Siya talaga yung nakalagay eh. Pangalan niya nakalagay.
Probably
Says a lot
my
about the company, the way it really engages its client.
Very hands-on.
Yeah,
naman,
that's a
of
good
course.
thing. Oo.
So yon, thank you,
Thank you,
Sheila,
ladies.
for joining us this afternoon. It was so much fun catching up with you again.
There should be
I enjoyed it.
more
Super.
shows with you.
Perfect.
Yes.
Okay, so Francine, watch PairFect
Yes. Let's invite our
live every
Tribune.
Wednesday at 2 p.m. on Daily Tribune's official Facebook page and on Tribune Now on YouTube for the replay of the latest edition.
Yes.
And ilang araw na lang ba ang Christmas natin?
Ilang araw na lang ba ang Christmas? 24 days before Christmas.
Ayun. I am Dinah.
And I am Francine.
Eh.
And this has been
PairFect. Stay safe.